How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is RuffledRowlit, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. Today we are doing a video. We're going to take a look at 5 Pokemon that definitely deserve to get new Mega Evolutions in Generation 8. Now, before we get started with the video, there's something important you need to know about Generation 8. This is kind of information that should be kept in mind. Now, we haven't seen Mega Evolutions since Generation 6, I guess, right? That was when they were introduced, but that's also the last time we saw them. Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire introduced a bunch of Hoenn Mega Evolutions, but ever since then, we haven't seen any new Megas, and the reason for this is because they wanted to try out other features, such as the Z moves in Pokemon Generation 7 with, Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon. They want to try out Z moves. Now, the question of the matter, though, is right now, is will they bring back Mega Evolutions? They have said themselves that if they find a game where Mega Evolutions fit and it makes sense to bring in brand new Mega Evolutions, they would do it. And I think the time has come. We're now going to a generation we've never seen before. We're going to a brand new one this year. And if this generation ends up being, as a lot of people are speculating, and as I myself have speculated and theorized about, if it ends up being the UK, then the connection between the UK and France, and with Generation 6 being the first generation with Mega Evolutions and where France kind of became them, the connection between those two countries, if the next generation is the UK, would be perfect. It would just be splendid. It would make 100% sense, and it would be a great way to bring back Mega Evolutions and reintroduce them into the franchise and bring a bunch of hype for those of us who do love Megas. I loved Megas when they were first introduced. I know a lot of people didn't. I still love Megas today. I want to see more Mega Evolutions, so I thought we'd take a look at some of them right now, right here, ladies and gentlemen. So, we're going to kick off this list with a design here made by Fatmon. Now, Fatmon is a designer that's made quite a lot of these things in the past. He makes a lot of Fakemon designs and all that stuff on DeviantArt. If you want to check him out, it's going to be linked down below if you guys check that out and give him some love. But he made a Mega Gliscor. Now, Gliscor is one of the coolest Pokemon ever. This is one of the best Pokemon I can think of. It was just a fantastic Pokemon in the anime. It was a fantastic Pokemon when it was first introduced. It's just a great Pokemon, and honestly, it's just one of those Pokemon that I think deserves more love, specifically based on the generation it comes from, where, specifically Gen 4 hasn't gotten enough love in the past when it comes to Mega Evolutions. I definitely think that this would be the perfect Pokemon to give a Mega Evolution to. Now, of course, a lot of people would talk about what kind of stats would this have. That's not really my type of deal. I don't really go too much into stats. I like talking more about designs, and this design here is freaking fantastic. So Fatmon put a lot of work into this, clearly. Of course, I love the switch in color style here, going to this kind of black and red style with, of course, gray integrated as well. First things first, of course, is the face, which looks ominous. The eyes look ominous and red. I do love the red color in general in the eyes, which just makes them stick out more. Also, the way darker, just like blacks in the freaking wings add in a lot, and with the spikes sticking out being red as well, it just is a nice touch. Of course, the rest of the body looks fantastic. The tail is huge and big and is meant to just be dealing a lot of damage whenever it goes into battle. Generally, this design looks bloody fantastic. I love it. I'd love to know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below. I think it's a fantastic Pokemon, and definitely should be a Pokemon deserving of a Mega Evolution in the upcoming generation of Pokemon. This is definitely a Pokemon that does deserve it and definitely should get it. I don't know about you guys, but I think Gliscor has deserved it and earned the right to get one. So let's get to the next one on the list. Now, coming up next on the list is going to be a design made by Amazing Megas. Now, Amazing Megas here made a Mega Breloom. Now, here's the thing, right? This design is very simple, and that's why I picked it, because it's so simple, but so perfect. And sometimes less is more, and this is definitely that in its purest form. Honestly, this looks fantastic. Now, Breloom is one of my favorite Pokemon, if not one of the favorite Pokemon I have. Definitely the top 5 up there. So I love this thing, and I've always wanted to see Breloom get more love, more attention, and just be, brought into center point, showed off more, but it never gets that attention and never gets that love. It hasn't gotten a Alola form, it hasn't gotten a Mega Evolution, it hasn't gotten really anything, and I'm not sure if it's really that big of a Pokemon or that popular of a Pokemon, but I think it's a Pokemon that does deserve a lot more love, and it's one of the best designs that Game Freak has ever made, in my opinion. Just the base design of Breloom, and this one right here is perfect as a Mega Evolution. Of course, you can see the general style going on with the head. It kind of reminds me of like a little kung fu fighter in a sense. Of course, the tail is switched around to be just one big old ball. Overall, the design is just clean. It just makes it look like it's a much faster and more fierce Pokemon, and of course, with that thing on its nose being almost like, a bandage or whatever, it looks like it's been in a lot of fights and it's ready to kick ass once again, and that's what I love about this thing. It looks so clean, so to the point. It gets the point across as soon as you see it. Like, you watch this Pokemon, you look at it, you look at this Mega, and you know what's going on. You know what is happening, and you know what the deal is with this thing. So that's why I love it, and I definitely think it's a design that just works well. Not too much changes in the colors, not too much change in other stuff. It's just perfect. It's just perfect. Just mwah. perfecto. So, let's get to the next one on the list, ladies and gentlemen. Now, coming up next is a design made by Smiley Fakemon. Now, Smiley Fakemon is a legend within the Fakemon community, and just the designer community in general on DeviantArt when it comes to Pokemon. This man has made more designs that I can just dream about. Like, this is genuinely the legend when it comes to these sort of things. And he created Mega Crawdaunt. Now, of course, I know I've now showcased 2 Pokemon from Gen 3 now at this point then, you know, with Breloom and now also Crawdaunt. I know, I get it, you know, Gen 3 has already gotten a lot of attention, but I just love this design so much. Like, honestly, this is just perfect. Like, taking such a Pokemon that I couldn't even think about what you would do in terms of Megas for it, and turning it into this is just badassery on a brand new level. So this was made, again, like I said, by Smiley Fakemon. He talks about, you know, Crawdaunt evolving into Mega Evolution, the Mega Crawdaunt here, with the Crawdauntite, jeez, that's a hard word to say, a mouthful, to be frankly honest, and it's earned a species of rogue Pokemon, sorry, and type would be Water Dark, of course, ability Adaptability. Sure, fair enough, that makes sense. And honestly, it just looks fantastic. I don't really know what else to say besides, you know, it just looks like an awesome design. Of course, you may notice that its color has switched around from just a base red to have more of this kind of gray, brownish color. I guess signifying its kind of evolution into this more brutal creature under the water, you know what I mean? Crawdaunt's already kind of brutal and kind of, you know, weird and creepy to begin with, but this just signifies that in a much larger and much more extreme way, and I mean, I get it. I get the point of it. It is Mega Evolving, so it's gonna, you know, give it its true and final form, so to say, and this is just signifying that in a perfect manner. Now, I can't really say much else about it. I think the colors match up well. I think the design is great. I don't really want to talk about, you know, just, I don't want to go more in depth on it because it's already perfect as is. I think you guys get the point. So yeah, let's get to the next one on the list. So coming up next in the list is going to be a design made by Fatmon. Now, Fatmon is another amazing designer on DeviantArt. It's been working on a lot of stuff in the past as well, and he made a Mega Weezing. Now, this is a design that I've talked about before. I've actually shown this before, but oh my god, I love this. I bloody love this. This is a perfect design. Like, genuinely, it is awesome. Of course, we see Weezing turning into a bloody monster. It no longer has a kind of sad and droopy-eyed face. It looks angry. It looks about to explode in, you know, in just a lot of manners. I mean, look at this thing. First things first, of course, is that the black color is just more intense. You also see kind of like, I guess, almost sweat running down its multiple faces because of the lava that's sticking out the top here. And of course, I would assume this thing would also be a, you know, fire type at this point due to the lava and whatnot coming out of it, and the fact that it's now red and actually has, you know, fire sticking, literally coming out of it, which is causing it to sweat and just going to bloody fumes. It looks insanely cool though, and I love the switch to this black color because it just looks so good and it makes sense for a Mega Evolution. Like, it actually fits perfectly, and to me it's just the perfect color for a Mega Evolution for bloody Weezing. So I would love to know what you guys think about it. I also love that the skull, like on its face here, like the actual bones or whatever, have also changed into red, kind of signifying they switched over to a fire typing, which is bloody cool. So I'd love to know what you guys think about this one. I personally love this. I honestly think it's one of the best designs on this list. It is so cool. It is so sick. The color change is just, it's enough to make it look so much cool. I actually love so many of the Pokemon that exist that have like black as their like base color. It just looks so good. Either way, let's go to the next Pokemon on the list. So coming in finally on this list is a design made by J7663701. My boy, he has been making a lot of Fakemon as of recent, and he's been making, you know, Mega Evolutions in the past as well. There's one here that I really want to talk about, and one from Generation 7, actually, which is Vicar. Now, Mega Vicar here, I mean, it looks cool, honestly. Like, Jay here, I mean, he's genuinely made it look clean, you know what I mean? He didn't go overboard and make it overly extreme. He just made it look like what a Mega should look like. Just a simple, you know, evolution to an existing Pokemon, and not just like an extremely out of bounds, you know, over the top type of design. It's just clean enough and perfect enough to just match up just perfectly, you know what I mean? Just on point, and I love it. Of course, you know, if we compare it to normal Vicar, this one's got larger, like, you know, like these antennae or whatever to stick out of it from the front. I'm not really sure what to refer to them as. I guess they almost look like arms. There's larger ones with also spikes within them, which are glowing with this, you know, kind of yellowish glow, signifying that it kind of reminds you of a bit of a, you know, I mean, of course, reminding you of the electrical thing going on with it, but also kind of giving me this feeling of like a firefly, you know what I mean? Just lighting up the sky and whatnot, or the night sky, rather. So yeah, kind of reminds me of that. Overall, a really cool design, and major shout-outs to Jay here for making this bloody awesome, guys. So, that's going to be the end of the video, guys. If you did enjoy, drop a like down below, and of course, before we leave and before we head off, I want to thank you all for watching this video. If you guys did enjoy it, you know, feel free to subscribe for future videos. Let me know in the comment section down below if you guys want to see more of these Mega Evolution videos with 5 other Mega Evolutions we can do. If you want to see more of these videos, do hashtag Mega in the comment section, and I'll do another video just like this with 5 more Mega Evolutions that I think would be really cool to see in Generation 8. I was about to be like, Generation 5? No, Generation 8. If you guys want to see more of those, let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. My name's been RuffledRowlit. I will catch you all the next time. And of course, make sure to check out all these designers in the comment section down below, and also the description. I'll actually, yeah, the description. Why am I saying comment section? I'll leave the description or rather, in the description, I'll leave the links to all these designers. Check them out there, guys. Either way, thanks so much for watching. My name is RuffledRowlit. Have yourselves a great day, and bye-bye.